All right, good morning, everyone. A few minutes late this morning. Gonna wait for a few people to get on, but yeah, it's a little bit cold here in the mountains of Arizona this morning. I haven't been able to do live streams in a few Thursdays, it seems like, so gonna try to get back into the rhythm of that. Probably announce that again once some more people are on, but yeah, it's been getting chilly over here in the mountains. Hey, good morning, Tim. Tiny Tim Posey is on here. That's funny. I just got a text message from Eric at Bland's Promised Land. Stuart's prepping. Hello, good morning. I appreciate you guys being on. So I'm just waiting for a few more people to get on here, and then we'll get into some things. But the plan was to do every Thursday morning at 7 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. I'd get a live stream going on. Coffee Angel Crafts. Good morning. So, getting back into that, we obviously had Thanksgiving last Thursday, and we were doing a um, Thanksgiving morning football game with a bunch of families. So that was fun, but I actually got injured. I had the first play, the first kickoff. I sprinted, and it was really cold, and just pulled my quadricep actually, which was very surprising. Haven't ever had that happen before, but I'm doing good. The muscle is feeling pretty good. Uh, there's some lingering effects from it, but not much. So anyway, I figured I would get this live stream going this morning and just give you guys some updates on what's going on. But uh, yeah, it looks like we'll be on. Eric and Monica's live stream, not tonight, but next Thursday night. And that'll be fun. So, Bland's Promised Land Ranch is their channel, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with them. If not, go check them out. They've got a great channel. I've got all kinds of animals over there, and it's a great channel. So, we need to put up some more content on our channel. Speaking of, there's some stuff that I've gotten behind with, and so I'm planning to uh, do a lot more video editing. I've got a lot of content. I just need to edit it, but it's been a busy time around here. We've been purchasing Christmas presents, and uh, I have like three different jobs going on right now, and one of those is a 40-hour week job. So just trying to kind of keep my head above water at the moment, but just needed to get this live stream going this morning. So um, it's good to connect with all of you again. So good morning, Ben's Over Acres. Uh, And so, I'd love to know if you guys traveled or if you stayed in your location for Thanksgiving. Let me know in a comment in the chat. Hey, there's Steven, Mr. Boots and Bounty Homestead. Good morning, Steven. Yeah, so we usually have this going at this live stream going on Thursday mornings at 7 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is what time zone Arizona is on now. We were on Pacific Daylight Savings Time until that switched. So that's kind of hard for for everybody to know about from all over the country. But anyway, it's at this time, whatever time this is in your neck of the woods. So uh, yeah, we got a few people on the live now. So looks like there might be five of you there. So Yeah, just give you guys some updates about what's going on. I got injured on Thanksgiving morning playing touch football. It's hilarious, but just part of becoming an old man, I guess. So that was interesting. It was a cold morning, but I'm doing better from that. We're also starting a nonprofit. It's a cycling ministry. It's a lot different than homesteading, gardening, livestock, and all that. So I don't expect a whole lot of support from you guys, but if you are somebody who is willing to pray for us, I would definitely appreciate that and would uh, ask for your prayers regarding that ministry. It seems like it's really needed over here in our area of northern Arizona, up in the mountains here. There's a whole lot of people who do mountain biking, and there's a whole lot of guys who don't have community. You all know how it is. You probably remember back before you joined our community here on YouTube, how it felt. Maybe you felt like you were all alone or didn't have community, or maybe just a few people you knew in your area of the country or area of the world. And there's a lot of people out there like that right now. So this ministry is a great thing. It's a way to reach people who don't know Jesus yet, and also to disciple those who know Jesus but really want to grow in their walk. And it's basically just using a bicycle as a tool to reach those people. A lot of people aren't going to come into church, I found, and they're going to only be on the trail. So, good morning, Sherry Black. How you feeling better? Aging is a thing. Yeah, yeah, it is. Every year I'm reminded of that. Last year I had a bad bout of sciatica, and that had me laid out on my back. Hey, Tim, thanks for praying. I appreciate that. So yeah, we're trying to get this nonprofit off the ground, and that's been challenging. It's taken some work, but we're getting there. God's showing us some cool things. So just trying to be patient, take time, and see where that goes. So Barb at Ben's Over Acre said she stayed home night before cousin passed from the sea, and my sister has been placed on active care. Oh wow! Well, we'll be praying for your family, Barb. Um, that's that's hard. This time of year can be really hard for a lot of people, and it seems like a lot of people pass away at this time of year. Between Thanksgiving and the New Year, I know a lot of people in my own life that have passed away. So we'll be praying for comfort for your family, and praying for your sister too. That yeah, that will go well. So everybody, don't forget to pray for Barb and her family. Um, yeah, thanks, Stephen. Yeah, we could all use prayer. That's right. Well, I forgot I was gonna go and put up a link to this stream here, and maybe I can figure that out so that if any of you wanted to jump up here, you could. I figured it out at one time, but I don't know. I don't know if I can figure it out again. Uh, it's just funny all the stuff I know and I don't know, what I focus on and what I don't. Um, but yeah, I might have to figure that out later. Steven, you know a lot of that stuff. Let me know. Let me know if there's an easy way for me to put up the StreamYard link. Hey, Chuck, I'm glad you're here. Thanks for joining us. The Gypsy and Vanilla Gorilla. I love that name. That's an awesome name. Good morning. Uh, click the click invite, then copy link, paste in chat. Yeah. It's just too early for me, Steven. Thank you. Yeah. So if anybody wants to join me up here, then I can actually talk to somebody else who's talking, and then you don't have to just hear me kind of ramble on. But I figured I would. So there you go. There's a StreamYard link. Um, so again, for those of you who weren't in here before, I think I'm going to be on. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be on the Bland's Promise Land Ranch live stream. Not tonight, but next Thursday. So join us over there. If you're not subscribed to their channel yet, go and subscribe to their channel. Yeah, Tim, nice. I ride motorcycles. I'm a member of the Christian Motorcycles Association. Your mountain biking ministry sounds great. Thanks for the support, Tim. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I've kind of done something like this ever since I was in college, really. So it's almost been like 20 years of doing this. It's been on and off, but in college, I had this idea of guys gathering together on a Saturday morning, going for a ride, and a bunch of them were from my Bible study group or this Christian group I was a part of while I was in college when I first started following Jesus. And I just a little bit about me, my testimony. I was an alcoholic, a person who really was in a dark place and hit rock bottom. And while I was in school, and anyway, found these guys that really did show me love. You know, we're called to love God and love our neighbor, and they showed that in a real way. And anyway, they walked me through the book of John, and the rest is kind of history. I've been trying to follow Jesus the best I can ever since, but I wanted to have fellowship with other believers and ride my mountain bike up in the forest when I was going to school. Um, so yeah, we had bike and Bible study is what we called it back then. But anyway, this ministry is really taking off. So I'm just trying to see what God wants to do there. Uh, yeah. So earlier I mentioned I'd like to hear what you guys did for Thanksgiving, if you went somewhere or if you stayed um, stayed in your neck of the woods. So Stuart's prepping said my family always gets together at my grand place, which she a 15-minute walk from here. Nice. That sounds really great. Yeah. So you only had to walk 15 minutes. That's wonderful. I'm glad you're able to spend it with family. All right. Arc Wildman Survival says, good morning. Well, good morning, Arc Wildman Survival. Um, yeah, Barb, there's, like I said, there's a lot of people I know who've passed away between Thanksgiving and the New Year. It can be a really hard time of year for a lot of people. It's a time where um, we rejoice and are thankful, and we think about the amazing gift that we've been given, the opportunity for salvation, and Jesus coming to earth, right, to pay for our sin for those of us who believe. But it can be a hard time. Relationships weren't ever meant to be broken, but once the curse of sin came in, yeah, then we experience that, and it really hurts. So, um, yeah, I feel for you right now. Yeah, we look to the Lord to get us through the holiday season too, Barb. Um, all right. Well, I put the link up, so if anybody is wanting to come up, there's a StreamYard link, and we can have you on. But yeah, everybody's saying good morning to one another. Appreciate you all being on here. But yeah, it's been kind of a hectic time for us. We traveled down to Phoenix. It was over 2 hours drive down there and then back to get a Christmas present. Used bicycle frame for my son. It costs a lot of money. I'm not sure if you guys have realized how much gifts are costing this year for the same type of gift that you would have gotten last year or the year before. But yeah, we're having to stretch our budget the best we can. Yeah, thanks for the support there, Chuck. Really like the idea of fellowship with the bike ministry. It's pretty cool. Sometimes we're on single track, so one kind of what do you call it, single file, and it's harder to talk to people. But we have a railroad grade here that has been turned into a path. So rail to trail is what they call it. And so they took out all the rails, and we can ride next to each other when there's not somebody else coming or somebody to pass. And that's been really, really great for the fellowship. We had one of those rides yesterday morning, and it's been great. So yeah, appreciate the support there. All right. Good morning, the Backwoods Misfit. Glad you're here. Uh, Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that support. Hit the like button, everybody. That really does help out. Um, yeah, love the fellowship with other believers. And then Chuck saying, yeah, sometimes just being together is enough. It's pretty amazing. We're called. The Jesus was asked what the greatest commandment is, and so love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and mind, right? And but the second is very like it. Love your neighbor as yourself. And sometimes just acknowledging people. It's amazing what just saying hello to people will do, strangers. Just saying hello, kind of being the first one to break the silence or get out of the comfort zone. Just being friendly to people is huge. And then yeah, just meeting together regularly once a week for me is huge. I need that. So absolutely right there, Chuck. Um, yeah, there you go. Yeah, our prayers are with you there, Barb, as you get through the holiday season. Um, so yeah, I got this cycling ministry that we're starting. We're applying for a 501c3 status. We got a board members together. We got a mission statement, and we're slowly making progress with that. So that's taken up some time, and then I also have a job running social media for a large event in our town in the spring, and it has been canceled for the last 2 years. So there's a big push to get that up and running again. So that's been keeping me pretty busy lately as well. And then I got my 40-hour a week job making maps. I'm a cartographer, so I make maps for my day job, and that's been a struggle lately. It's a large company, so you guys can probably understand what some of those struggles have been. Some of these big companies are having lots of struggles lately, and some of the ways that they're taking the company. Um, I am struggling with as well. So it's kind of just one of those things. I'm trying to count my blessings, but also trying to figure out what's next. So yeah, I got some more comments in here. Like that jacket. Yeah, this. You know what? I got this for my birthday in February last year, or this year, I guess. We're still in 2021, right? Uh, yeah, this is. It's kind of an off-brand jacket. I don't even know how to pronounce the name of it, but it was from, I believe it's like a Canadian sporting goods shop. But anyway, it's just a lightweight down puffy jacket with a hood, and yeah, I like it a lot. It's keeping me warm. It's not that cold in our house. We have the heater on, but it's one of those things. It's a cold morning outside. It's in the low 30s. So yeah, thanks for the comment back with Misfit. Appreciate it. I do like this jacket. Uh, Tim, building relationship is an important first step. It's so true. We were actually talking in our community group last night about uh, knowing people, and a lot of times you gotta get to know people to really love them well, and that's a real challenge sometimes. Sometimes their personality, or I don't know, something can be annoying about them. I mean, honestly, it's I try not to look at people that way sometimes, or all the time, but sometimes it's really hard. There's some people that just rub you the wrong way, and building relationships with them is super important. It's one of those things where if you get to know how they feel loved, and you can love them in that way, it's huge for building relationships. Um, one day at a time, absolutely. One day at a time, one moment at a time. Yep, step by step. Uh, the Lord will get us through. That's right. Let's see what else has been going on with us. Our garden is pretty bleak right now. It's been freezing almost every night or every morning, I guess. Been in the low 30s and sometimes in the high 20s. And on Thanksgiving morning, it was 22 degrees here. So it's although it's Arizona, it's not Phoenix. We're up 5,500 feet in the mountains, and it gets pretty cold here in the winter. And not as cold as some places that you guys are located in, but it gets cold, and we're experiencing that right now. Our strawberry plants are dying back, and we're going to cover those with straw, and then we also have some asparagus that put up all of its kind of ferns, I guess, is what they are. It's our first year growing asparagus, but they shot up and photosynthesized all spring and summer, and then now they started yellowing and dying back. And so we read up about how to care for them, and you got to cut them back or they get disease and pests. And so Danielle did that, cut those back, and then we covered them with compost so that the root crowns, which is where all of their energy and all that's stored, is nice and insulated for the winter. So that should be good. We also have artichokes, which I knew were a perennial and not an annual, but what I didn't know is that our artichokes we got this year were really small. I mean, they're probably, only this big, uh, you know, something like that, kind of a cylindrical, artichoke, right? But we were hoping for, big artichokes, and I guess you don't get those the first year, at least not very often. You get them more like the second and third year. So our artichoke plants should be dying back too, and I read that you should put them in like a wire basket, like chicken wire or something, like you'd put around a plant to protect it from deer or rabbits or whatever. And then, put it 18 inches, 2 feet high or something, fill it full of straw so it insulates and protects that crown of the artichoke plant. So we're waiting for that to. Um, Waiting for that to kind of die back so we can insulate that artichoke plant. Um, wow, Barbies, you have two pear patio tomatoes and chard growing in pots in the patio door. And you're up in Indiana? Is that right? Or Iowa? Maybe it's Iowa. I forget. But yeah, it's got to be cold where you are now. Tomatoes are still doing okay there, Barb. I I cut back all of our tomatoes, and it got really cold. Iowa. Yep. When I said Indiana, I realized I was probably wrong. Uh, so up in Iowa, it's got to be getting cold up there. Here it got pretty cold, and we knew our first frost was coming in mid-October, but we cut back all of our tomatoes, harvested all the green tomatoes, and they all ripened up on our countertop. So no harm there. But I wish we would have left them for a little bit longer because we just got frost. We didn't get a freeze, and I think that they probably would have been okay. The plants might have been a little bit hurt by the frost, but not much. And then we had 2 weeks of warm weather after that. So it just goes to show that maybe, waiting and hanging on might be an okay thing. Uh, Another thing I've been doing is I got company stock from my company that I work for, making maps, and I saw the changes our company was making and realized that I didn't want my stock in that company anymore. And so I uh, I took that stock out and started day trading it, and I don't know what I'm doing. I just know there's a few companies I'd rather support, and so I put money into there. And just the last, since Thanksgiving, the stock market's been just dropping, and so that's been fun too. Just trying to figure out what do I do with that money? Do I take it out? Do I put it into something that's not as risky, or what do we do? But it's money that we won't miss, and so we're just kind of playing with it in the stock market and seeing what happens. So yeah, got lots of stakes in the fire, I guess, so to speak. But it's all good. It's all fun. It's a blessing. And let's see, what is Chuck saying here? As long as it doesn't freeze, do you think peppers can overwinter outside? Just cover them like if frost. Yeah, I think there's actually quite a few videos I've seen that popped up about overwintering peppers, and we just cut them down. I guess a lot of people, in fact, I think Bland's Promised Land Ranch, who we're going to be on their live stream next Thursday. I believe that they dig theirs out and pot them up and then bring them inside or into a greenhouse. But some people do that, Chuck. I don't know. I haven't tried it before myself. I'd like to, but we just cut ours down, and but we had a ton of peppers, so it would have been nice. Some of them just flowered at the end of the season, so it would be nice to try that out and see. We're also looking for a house with my parents right now too, so that's something that we could use all of your prayers for. We're trying to get a place for ourselves and an existing house for them. We don't want to build something. It's really hard to find people to build stuff for you here. It's like almost a 2-year wait from the time you hire a contractor to the time you can get it built and ready to move in this area, just because there's a lack of labor. So uh, we are looking for a place with my parents, and when we get one, we're hoping to have a lot more land, and then hoping to put up some greenhouses, high tunnels, those types of things, so that we can have extended growing season and maybe even winter our peppers. So um, Tim says, I am in the Ozark Mountains of northern Arkansas. That's a great place. Bentonville, Arkansas. I have some friends there. It's an amazing mountain bike town. So I will be in your neighborhood sometime in the future, Tim. I don't know when, but I do plan to travel over there someday. Um, we have biomass stove, south facing patio door, and they will grow all winter. Nice. That sounds awesome, Barb. Yeah, that'll do it for sure if you can keep them warm. Southeast Missouri is where the backwoods misfit is from. Blessings, everyone. Keep pushing. Much love. All right, Gypsy and Vanilla Gorilla. I appreciate you coming in. So much love to you as well. Prayers for you and your family. Appreciate that, backwoods misfit. Yeah, it's good to pray for one another. something if you can remember to do it, it's great. But you can also put it on, your calendar, your phone reminder, and pray for other people. Yeah, thanks, Barb. We'll be praying for you too. Uh, yeah, it's an interesting time that we're in. I think I'll look back and be pretty uh, be pretty nostalgic about this time that God was bringing us through all this stuff. Uh, yeah, you can pray for my dad too. He has Parkinson's disease, and he is progressing more rapidly than we had hoped. So he's having some hard times just walking. It's pretty crazy, but if he has anything in his hands, his feet tend to stop while he's in mid stride, and often, he can't stick one of them out in front of himself to catch him. He just his feet stop, and then he has to just prepare to kind of fall on the ground and roll. So he's wearing elbow pads all over the house, just trying to keep his elbow from getting more banged up. But yeah, appreciate your prayers. Whenever you think of us, it's very much appreciated. And let's see what else is going on. Trying to think of what else we have going on. Our chickens are doing really well. Um, they have stopped. About half of them have stopped laying, which is kind of crazy. Last year we didn't have that going on. We did have some other chickens last year. This year we've got um, a few different breeds of chickens that we haven't had experience with. We have olive Egger, and then we have cuckoo Morans, and all three of those ones aren't laying right now. And then let's see, we also have an Easter egger that last year she was laying through most of the winter, and this year she's not. So I don't know what the deal is. We have a heater in there for them. I need to do a review on that heater. It's pretty great, but we use it as a brooder heater as well. It's from I want to say it's Producer's Pride. Am I getting that right? I don't know. We'll put up a video so you guys can see that. Hey, thanks for prepping. We appreciate that. Tim says, "Backwoods Misfit, cool. I love this region." Yeah, I want to visit because I think it's pretty awesome. I think if we didn't have family here in Arizona, we'd go out there and see what that area is like, and potentially even move out there. But yeah, all of our family's here in town now. So except my sister, she's still in California. Um, your dad's 93 years old with dementia. Oh wow. Yeah, that has to be really, really tough, Tim. I'll be praying for you in that situation and your dad. Um, that's hard. Yeah, lots of challenges. Lots of challenges. Um, God can use these challenges though for sure. And yeah, Tim Backwoods Misfits asking if you have a channel. He can't find it. Um, I I'm very thankful that my dad's so close and I can help out with him and my mom. They're only 8 minutes down the road. It'd be better if we were on the same property. So that's kind of one of the goals for the future is for us to find a property where we can raise more livestock and do more farming and provide more of our own food and provide food for my parents and then just be kind of an arm's length away when they need help so we can reach out and help out. Hey, RG Homestead, welcome to the live stream. Appreciate you being here. Um, Barb says we never heat our coop. We have barred rocks and Easter egger. Do they lay throughout the winter for you, Barb? That's the reason we added heat was because we figured it would help with the egg production. But really, last year was our first winter having chickens, so we're still learning and would love to learn from all of you who have experience. Um, what was I going to say about that? Oh, we've got our heater is a radiant panel heater. I think that's what it's called. But and I think it's from Producer's Pride. I think I have that correct. We got it from Tractor Supply. It costs, I think it was a little bit more expensive than like a heat lamp. It was probably around 40, $45, I think. But we hang that in the coop at the height of their roost bar, and then we have it connected to a thermocube. You guys ever seen these thermocubes? Um, I'm going to see if I can uh, look that up while I'm still talking to you guys. Hopefully, this works. I haven't ever switched to any other page while I'm live streaming, so we'll see if this works. Hopefully, it does. But I'm gonna put up a link to Thermocube and see if any of you guys have used a Thermocube before. Maybe you guys all know about it, but yeah, for us, I um, I didn't know about it, and then I found out about it, and it's basically a thermostat switch for an outlet. So, um, all right, so let's get back to the stream. All right, we're still here. Hopefully, hopefully that was all right. While I was on the other page, hopefully you could still see me. But anyway, there's the thermocube. We have a Amazon affiliate uh, account or whatever, so we get a little kickback whenever you guys shop on there. We don't mention it very often. I put links in the descriptions of our videos if anybody wants to buy stuff and is just going to buy it on Amazon anyway. You can buy it through there. We don't tend to use Amazon. We try to avoid it, just FYI. But if you're gonna use it anyway, go ahead and yeah, use our affiliate link, and we'll get a percentage of that. So, um, let's see. I'm missing some comments here. All right. Chuck says, I've seen people on YouTube getting chickens by mail. Apparently, I have been under a rock because I didn't know to do that. Who would you suggest to order from? Well, um, all from what I know, all of the feed stores that you get chickens from, like Tractor Supply, or in our town, we have 3 or 4 different feed stores that we can choose from where they get different chicks in, and they get them shipped. We showed up when we got our youngest chickens in February or March of this year. We went to one of the feed stores. It's right next to the post office. And when they opened up at 7 a.m., uh, one of their employees was coming back from the post office next door with the box full of chicks. And those were the chicks that we picked out because they kept selling out. I don't know if you guys experienced all that, but um, yeah, baby chicks were sold out everywhere here, and so we had to literally wait in line before they were open. I was probably the 6th person in line to go through the doors, but they were requiring us all wear masks and walk in there, and you could only get 2 chicks each or whatever it was, and it was a bunch of nonsense. But we got some chicks, and it worked out. But yeah, they brought them over from the post office. Meyer, Meyer hatchery. They have some good ones. The other names are escaping me right now. McMurray, McMurray, McMurray Hatchery, and then those are the 2 that come to mind right away. I forget, there's a couple other ones. We get catalogs from them, and they talk all about the different pros and cons. Not really pros and cons, mostly just pros of different chickens, the different reasons that you'd want these different breeds. So yeah, that's my suggestion. Get a catalog now before it's spring, when you get your chicks, and I guess you could get them now even, but I think that they don't like to ship them right now because they might die. They ship them overnight, I believe. So they may put heat packs in with them. I don't know. We wait till the spring to raise them. But Barb says yes, we have 11 total and are getting 8 eggs a day with no heat in Iowa. That's awesome. That's great, Barb. I wonder how old your chickens are. I heard the other day from a friend that chickens only have like 300 eggs in them and then no more. They only have a limited number of eggs, and I guess they're when they hatch, they have that many eggs in them, and then they, basically just mature throughout the life of the chicken, and then they're done. So maybe that's a old wives' tale or something. I don't know. Maybe that's all fiction, but that's what our friend told us, and she's been raising chickens a lot longer than us. So, um, deep bedding and heated water. Ah, that is interesting. So we have a heated automatic water from Farmer Brad. Highly recommend it, but I haven't plugged it in yet because it hasn't been super, super cold. I need to plug that in. Maybe it's the heated water more than the actual heater in the coop at night. Oh, wow. Thanks, Barb. That's awesome. Hey, Joy Blessed Life. Hello. Uh, yeah, glad you're here. Yeah, just get what they have, not much choice. Yeah, we we've kind of since we're kind of new, we just kind of picked up whatever they had to. Uh, thanks. You're welcome, Chuck. Cackle Hatchery is another. Yeah, thanks, Tim. I don't know if I've heard of Cackle Hatchery. Maybe I have, but all right, Zombie Prepper. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. Hey, there's Matt at Grafted Branch Homestead. Hey, if you guys are wondering about quail, go talk to Matt. He's on a journey with the quail right now. He hatched them, made his own incubator. It's awesome. I love following Matt on his journey. And you know what? I apologize to any of you who I haven't caught up on YouTube videos at all lately. It's been it's been rough lately. I just haven't had the time and haven't made it a priority. So my apologies to you if you put out videos and I haven't checked them out. I plan to. So it might just be a while before I get around to all of them. If you can't mail order, are just fine. RG Homestead says if you check in your area, you'll find someone who are selling them. Yeah, it really depends on how rural you are, I guess. But yeah, for us, we can find chicks or chickens within an hour's drive pretty easily. Just saw you're on. Only have a couple minutes though, so I have to recap on your live later. But good to see you, sir. Good to see you as well, Matt. Yes, thank you. Um, Barb says we have 3-year-old and this year pullets. Okay, there we go. Looks like I got caught up on the comments, so that's good. Um, yeah, our chickens are doing pretty well. We will cull them at year 4. Okay. Well, I'll have to come up with a plan. We figured that every few years we would sell them off or cull them if they're not producing eggs. But I don't know. We haven't gotten that far yet, so we'll see. But year 4, all right, we'll keep that in mind. Yeah, we're looking into quail as well, but we are hoping to move first and then do quail. But I'm having a hard time waiting. Danielle is is so good keeping me accountable, making sure I don't start every new project in the world all at once. So really appreciate her. She's a great wife. Um, anytime. All right. Well, yeah, chickens are doing well. You know what's doing really well that we're kind of surprised about is our cover crop. So we planted a bunch of cover crop seed um, throughout our yard. We're on less than a half acre, if you didn't know that already. But we have 10 fruit trees and a big 32 by 16 garden. It's a raised bed, I guess. It's one big raised bed, but we've got 30-inch rows in there with 12-inch footpaths between them all, and then we got 10 chickens, and that's uh, excuse me there. That's pretty much all we have for livestock, garden, food production stuff. Although we do have some new stuff that I won't talk about quite yet, but we'll be doing a video on that real soon. Just wanted to get that off the ground and see how it goes before I tell everybody about it and shoot a video and make sure it's successful and all that. But um, like I said earlier, I have a lot of um, footage that I've got to edit and put up. So stay tuned for that. There will be a lot more footage coming up, but yeah, that's pretty much it. But the cover crop is pretty interesting. So we planted it in the monsoon season during like April, or sorry, August, July, that time frame, and it sprouted and grew and had been doing good. And some of it, I think, even overwintered from last year. I don't know, but it is doing amazing now. Now that it got colder, the cover crop is just taken off, and it's great fodder for our chickens, and it's increasing the fertility of our soil on our land. So um, it's it's been pretty surprising. So I hope to give an update on all of the cover crop and just what's going in our on our tiny little homestead here. All right, we got Blue Collar Homestead in the house. Good morning, Blue Collar Homestead. Glad you're here. Thank you for coming in. We also have Homestead Family Reclaim. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. All right. Chuck says, keep us in suspense, Nick. Yeah. I guess uh, let's see. Can I give a hint? The hint is just that it's stuff that will give us a head start for the spring. I guess that's that's all I can say. Uh, I just put in raised beds. Have to find the dirt for the garden for next spring. That was a challenge for us as well. Finding enough of the soil to put in that garden. We're on a hill, so we had to terrace it off. So the low side of the hill is had to be built up more than, and the high side had to be kind of dug into, so we took fill dirt from the high side and put it on the low side, and um, we've got cinder blocks, concrete blocks all the way around. So we built that up. I leveled all of those. It took a long time, but it was well worth it. But finding the dirt to fill the garden was a challenge. Danielle was really good. She found bags of soil at Costco in the spring, and she just loaded up on them. And she kept going back. And actually, one of the ladies, I think it was a solar, sales lady or something. She actually kind of made fun of Danielle as she went by and said, "Yeah, you're back for more soil." And she just kept getting tons of bags of soil. But that laid a good foundation for us, so that um, all the compost that we were producing at the time, and I don't think we brought in too much compost. I think we just kind of made it all on site. We got lots of materials from friends and family to build compost and piles and things, um, but that laid a good foundation. And yeah, so I hope you're able to find all that dirt for your garden, RG Homestead. Joy Bless Life says, we are looking for a little land here in the Smokies, praying we find what we need. God has something for us. He knows our needs better than we do. Amen to that. He does. We need to remember that too when we're looking for land here in the mountains of northern Arizona. Um, my mom, she's awesome. She's like a awesome prayer warrior, and she came to faith later in life, but just really prayed for uh, for me to find a good wife, and God knew that Danielle would be my wife, and she's an amazing wife, and thankful to my mom for all her hope that she has. And she keeps saying, "I know God has a place for us. I kind of have a vision of what it looks like." And I'm like, "Oh man, let me know when when that right place comes about, Mom. Can't wait to see what it looks like." But yeah, let's see here. We got some other comments. I gotta catch up. Everybody's saying hello to one another. Thank you for saying hello to people who are joining here. Uh, hey, there's Sherry from Southern Roots. Good morning, Sherry. All right. Everybody's saying hello. Our backwoods homestead is here. Thank you for joining us. It's funny. It seems like a lot of people join our live stream towards the end of it, and I always feel bad that I have to take off. So maybe I should try to start this later. Maybe start work a little earlier, and then cut out for an hour break or something. But yeah, if there's a time that works better for all of you, let us know. I get up early, so I could do it earlier too, but right now we're doing it at this time slot, which is 7 to 8 a.m. out here in Arizona. It's Mountain Standard Time right now. RG Homestead says I'm still installing my water catchment for the garden next year. Should be able to get up to 2,500 gallons of the two roofs so far. That's awesome. Hey, RG, where are you located? I don't remember if I knew. Um, in Arizona here during the monsoon season, we get a ton of rain, and I don't think I could ever have enough storage for all the rain that we get. We have about 500, almost 600 gallons of storage for our rainwater system. We just got what we needed for soil samples. Can't wait to get the results. Yes, I can't wait to see what your soil tests say. That's awesome, Blue Collar Homestead. Um, yeah, if you guys didn't know this about me, I studied soils a lot in college and took quite a few soils classes, and forest and rangeland soil management was my very favorite class I ever took while I was a student. It's just fascinating. Soil science is just amazing. It's physics, chemistry, biology, and geology, kind of all together, and like a four-dimensional, amazing, amazing ecosystem, I guess. It's kind of more than that, but anyway, I love soil, so don't get me started, blue collar. One of our church members was able to bring me several trailer loads of wood chips I've used for mulch. Man, mulch out here is like gold, and being so close to the national forest, we have a lot of um, wood chips available to us. We have a huge pile that we got from one of the arborists, and I highly recommend that. If you do nothing other than leave that pile of wood chips in place, you're going to have some amazing soil underneath that pile of wood chips, and but using it throughout your yard is great too. And you can actually compost with it. If it's fine enough, it's great. If it's big sticks, I figure if it's bigger than my hand, my pinky to thumb, that's kind of like 7 inches, I guess, then that's no good. But if it's like 4 inch chunks, thin pieces, it can actually compost out. It takes a while, but it works. Uh, I've been so busy, just caught this. Yeah, I know the feeling. There have been so many live streams I've gotten the notification and I haven't been able to go and watch it, and it's been a bummer. So thanks for joining us. Hey, Garden State Gardener's here. Hey, welcome. Um, doing what's good for you. Yeah, I will. I'll just keep doing the live streams whenever I can. Um, all right, let's see. Joy Bless Life says we had to switch to our lives to Fridays, 7 p.m. Eastern because signs Everywhere businesses here in the Smokies are understaffed, closed weekdays but open weekends. So necessity to do most lives. Yeah, it's we gotta do it when we can do it, right? It's just how it is. So I'll keep doing these lives whenever I can. I've been missing it though, and it's been nice to see you guys. They're Big Matt. If you guys aren't following Big Matt, I highly suggest you do. He's got some great live streams. I've actually come up on his live streams before and chatted with him on there, but I've gotten quite a few subscribers that have come to our channel from just interacting with people on the live streams on Outdoors with Big Matt. So big plug for Big Matt there. He's got great live streams with people who are really they're outside of kind of the homesteading gardening community, but we kind of cross over, being that a lot of us are uh, outdoors people, hunters, fishermen, things of that nature, kind of living to be as self-sustained as possible, be good stewards with what God's given us. And so yeah, a lot of people are interested in that. There's uh there's some really fun fishing channels out there too, where they'll do live streams of them fishing, and they'll get fish on. And as a fisherman, I love just kind of letting it play, and then checking out what's going on when they get a bite. So that's been a lot of fun as well. So go check out Big Matt. Um, having the same issue on this side of the state. Many places are closed due to no workers. Yeah, it takes about 2 years. I said that earlier in this live stream. About 2 years to get a house built here in northern Arizona. There just isn't the labor. Down in Phoenix, there's more labor because there's more jobs, more people, all that. But up here, there aren't as much. There's a lot of retired people, and not a whole lot of construction workers. So yeah, it takes 2 years to build a house here. Even if you've got tons of money, if you got $1 million to throw at a house, even, it's still going to take you 2 years up here, which is just crazy. I can't believe it. But yeah, there's a lot of places where we can't go and eat at those places. Some restaurants and stuff that we love that aren't open when we feel like going to eat at them. So yeah, I think it's all across this country. To be honest, I just, yeah, I hear that from so many people I know, and I don't know what the deal is. Is everybody trading stocks and buying Bitcoin and stuff right now, or just cryptocurrency is all people are doing? I don't know. I don't know what people are doing for money, but yeah, Matt, you're welcome, man. You've done a lot for our channel, and I'm thankful that you're here right now. Uh, People are saying hello to one another in the chat. That's awesome. This is where I find a lot of channels I subscribe to and get a sense of who people are. Yeah, I agree, Chuck. Yeah, it's good to be on the live streams and hear about what's going on in people's lives, not just a specific um, topic for a video, that you're watching. So yeah, it's good to see what people comment too, and get to know people, right? Like we were talking about earlier, relationships. Relationships are everything. Is what God uses to build His kingdom, to show people love, His love, loving people through other people. So yeah, it's good stuff. Shocking that businesses can't get help, and we do most of our lives out at places in the Smoky Mountains. So I need live streams when the businesses are open. So that's on the weekend. Yeah, I've seen a lot of your live streams, Joy Bless Life, and you're right. Yeah, you've been out at businesses, and I love that you support those businesses too, and show us all those businesses. I want to go and travel to the Smokies and see all those businesses firsthand that you've done your live streams from. So, um, yeah, that's problematic for sure. Um, well, we're at about an hour here now, so I'm probably gonna call it and save some for next time. But hey, if you could remember to pray for one another, pray for Barb at Ben's Over Acres. It can't be easy at this time of year, and pray for her sister right now. And you can pray for us too. If you didn't hear about it earlier, we're starting a nonprofit for a bicycle ministry. I know that seems weird, probably to a lot of you who aren't aren't cyclists or what have you. There's a lot of you who we know on here who are farmers and homesteaders and preppers and all that. And but the bicycle is my way of staying fit. It's my gym. It's what I've kind of always done as a hobby and as my fitness. And we're starting a nonprofit bicycle ministry, and it's really obvious that it's needed here. So if you wouldn't mind praying for that, I appreciate it very much. And yeah, our world needs prayer. Look at that. Is there a church statement? Love God, love your neighbor. That's where it starts. Mulberry Branch Farm made it in here. Yes. Awesome. Well, we made it just in time. We're just about to sign out for today. Appreciate you all for being here. Really thankful for you all. It's so great the community that we have. I love learning from all of you, and I can't thank you enough. Thanks a lot to Barb this morning. Made me realize that I need to plug in that heater for our chicken water. Maybe that is what is allowing our chickens to lay more eggs during the winter, is having warmer water, not just ice cold water. It's not freezing over because it's an insulated chicken water, but it does have a heating element in it, and I need to plug it in. So I love learning from y'all. Howdy, LG Homestead. Glad you made it in here. We're just done with the live stream for now. So I was just finishing it up. But appreciate all of you for being here. And we'll do our best to have another live stream next Thursday morning. All right. God bless you guys. And we'll talk to you next time.